Hey guys, Cheri from The Watering Mouth here. I have another really fun Q&A video today. I'm gonna try to do these once a month, as I said-ish. We'll see where they go. But you guys can ask your own questions about the lifestyle that I talk about on my channel, which is the Eat to Live lifestyle from the book Eat to Live by Dr. Joel Fuhrman. The nutritarian lifestyle, that's what I follow, that's what I talk about. So if you wanna know how to make this healthy, whole foods, plant-based type high nutrient lifestyle your own, follow along with me and everyone else here. First things first, if you guys have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so now. It's just clicking a button and clicking the bell. I know that about 60 to 70% of you watching this video right now are not subscribed, so please do that because it's a really free, easy way that you can support me. So if you love these videos, please subscribe and hit the bell button to make sure you get notifications whenever I publish videos, okay? So this video is on two questions that I hear a lot and that I get asked a lot. So let's jump into them, okay? These were actually asked by a current coaching client of mine. She's super awesome, and as we go through this private coaching stuff, inevitably a bunch of questions come up, things that concern us on our weight loss journey or our getting healthy journey. So she had a few really great questions. I'm going to answer two of them on this video, and I'm also going to be giving a recipes cheat sheet with this video. So if you guys don't know, every time I publish a video I put some type of a free PDF for you guys that you can print out every single time. You sign up for those at thewateringmouth.com/cheat sheets, and when you sign up for that, we'll give you a password and a web address, and you can access them anytime. So don't lose the password. You can access them anytime and get any of the old cheat sheets. This one is going to have a couple of my favorite recipes, which I've given before. So maybe you already have these, but if you don't, you might love these. I'll tell you about them in a second. Okay, so let's jump into the two questions here. The first question is one that's coming up kind of a lot. Actually, I've seen this asked recently, talked about recently in my high nutrient lifestyle group Facebook group, which is a great place to sort of commune with like-minded people like us. Really supportive, wonderful people in there. So someone was talking about loose skin, and actually have another client that I was working with, and she's lost so much weight now that she has a lot of loose, sagging skin, and this is a big concern for people as they lose this weight. So here's my second for a disclaimer, okay? I have to say before I answer any question on this video or any other video, especially these Q&A videos, I'm not going to touch on anything medical. I am not a doctor. I'm not a medical professional by any means. I am a coach. I'm a weight loss coach, a life coach. These are the kinds of things I do. I am not medically trained. So you can't take anything that I say as medical advice. You always have to consult your doctor. The only thing that I'm going to be answering about is things from my perspective and things that I know from my experience, but you can't take anything I say as any sort of medical advice, okay? So that being said, when we talk about loose skin, the experience that I know about loose skin is I had a friend once who was quite overweight. I don't remember how much he weighed, but I think he probably lost well over 100 pounds. And I watched his whole journey, and it took him about a year for that skin to kind of tighten back up. I don't know if it's exactly where he wants it to be right now. I know he's getting to the place where he wants to be. I think it's probably fine at this point, but it took quite a while for that to sort of, you know, tighten back up. Now here's the thing about that. He was around 30 or something when this happened, so quite young. And there are so many factors that go into this skin thing, okay? So unfortunately, that's the deal. There's so many factors that go into it that are going to be different for everyone, so I can't possibly give you advice on what it will be like for you if you lose a bunch of weight. There is inevitably going to be some type of skin hanging, things like this. Like when I lost 50 pounds last year, and I was lucky for the skin to be able to go back to where it was, but it was just from pregnancy. So I didn't have years of this. I had only the 9 months of it. So, and that was 50 pounds. So if you've got a significant amount more than that, you might expect to have a little bit of skin issues there, or a lot of skin issues. I can't tell you. It all depends on a lot of things, right? So one of them is really important, which is the genetic factor, which that's going to be completely out of your control until you know what kind of significance that has in your life and how it goes once you've gotten down to your healthy goal weight. So I completely understand that this is a thing that people feel very self-conscious about. I can completely see that. It makes a ton of sense. I want to mention just something about the mindset around this and what's happening when you do this, okay? So to some it might seem like, oh, I'm going from one negative to another negative, and sure, that may be how you look at it, right? But I do know other people who look at that excess skin as a badge of honor, something that they accomplished. You know, it's like when a woman has stretch marks after pregnancy, or just a completely different body after pregnancy. I know that my capability and my feeling about what my body is like and what it can do is completely changed after I had the baby. But I've seen people talk about how they're actually fine with the skin the way it is. They're fine with that because it was worth it to get to the health benefits of whatever that weight loss was. So it kind of comes down to lesser of two evils, maybe. And can you be okay with that? Can you find a way to reconcile that in your mind and love yourself no matter where you are and no matter what, things that you might wish you want to change about yourself? We all have things we want to change about ourselves. But what is the consequence of having that excess weight, right? So either one has negatives to it, maybe, but what is the consequence of having the excess weight? That's something that would affect you, maybe not today, but maybe in 10, 20, 30 years. And then you will wish you had sagging skin, is kind of the message I want to give you, because there's nothing worse, and we know this, there's nothing worse than getting cancer or having an unexpected heart attack and dying, or a stroke. I mean, look at Luke Perry. All of a sudden, right? Cutting your life short, or having years and years and years of pain and suffering and trauma due to a disease because of the overweight. I mean, diabetes, look at what diabetes can do to us, etc. So I know that it's one of these, it's a thing that happens right now, so it's hard to see the benefit of it, but it's this little shift of trying to make that shift in your mind of what was the, what was the alternative, or what could have been the alternative. And so trying to be gentle with yourself and learning to love yourself in all of the stages of your body, because it's a beautiful thing, that body of yours, and what it can do for you and where it can take you. And there's things that we can do about this at some point. Like, I think for sure it's important that once we get lower and lower in weight, it's important for all of us to be exercising. Ooh, I have a little crying baby, hold on. It's important for all of us to be exercising and doing some type of interval training and with some weights. Do some body weight exercises, push-ups, pull-ups, lunges, squats, things like this that we can do to kind of work our muscles a little bit using our own body weight. And that can help a little bit. And then it's just time, right? It's just being patient with your journey and knowing that it took you a long time to get where you are, and it may take a while for you to start feeling comfortable with where you are after your weight loss journey and during the rest of your Eat to Live journey. But knowing that everything you go through is completely worth it, because it leads to more and more longevity and health, okay? So that's what I have to say about the excess skin one. It's kind of like, I was looking through the forum to see what Dr. Furman says, and he's basically like, yeah, it's a thing that happens. It's just part of the game, and you can, consider alternatives if you want to think about surgery even. He said that in one post. And of course, a surgery route would be a completely personal decision that, I can't tell you to make, or that I would even suggest that anyone make. That's a huge, huge decision. But maybe better, at least in the beginning for a while, is to find out how to become okay with who you are and realize that these are all of our battle scars. They're all of our kind of, badges of honor for the things that we've done and the things we've gone through and the things we've given to ourselves, okay? So just consider a few of these aspects. Know that you're not alone if you're facing this issue, and there are some things that maybe you could do, and just do your best to accept and love yourself where you are, okay? I know that's not super, super helpful, but that's the answer to that question, really, the way I see it, okay? Okay, and so the last question is about hair loss and brittle nails on Eat to Live, okay? So as I said before, not a doctor, not a medical professional, so do not take what I'm saying as medical advice. I'm just gonna give you my experience, okay? When I started Eat to Live in 2013, for 3 months I ate the same exact thing, a salad and a smoothie, like a huge smoothie and a huge salad every day, massive amounts of food. Like I was never hungry, but I still lost weight, right? Got to where I needed to go and it was fantastic. And I was changing, like I always had the same smoothie, but I was changing up the salad all the time with different beans and different nuts and seeds and different greens and things like that, different veggies. It's actually called my weight loss salad. If you guys haven't seen that one before, check that out. And then the chocolate peanut butter smoothie. That was pretty much what I ate for the first 3 months of my journey because I loved them so much. You guys can get those recipes in the cheat sheets, so make sure you sign up for those if you want that. wateringmouth.com/cheat sheets, okay? So I was eating those for like 3 months straight, varying some things here and there. And then I started to get, my nails were splitting and my hair was falling out. A lot more than normal. I lose a lot of hair all the time anyways, but this was like way more and I started to worry. And so then just by the way that things went in my journey, I didn't really have the chance to figure out if this was just gonna improve on its own because I ended up going back to a lot of standard American foods for a while after the death of my father and that grief period and all that kind of stuff. So I don't really have a good gauge on what would have happened, but what I know is that as time went on and I got back into ETL and I just kept going and kept trying and, you know, going through my journey up and down, succeeding, failing, succeeding, failing, doing well for a while, not so well for another period of time. I didn't have that problem anymore. It kind of went away after all of that. But since then, so I actually attributed the nail and the hair thing in the beginning to like maybe I wasn't getting enough of something and I didn't know what that was. I was thinking maybe it was fat, but I had no idea. So in the beginning, I thought that it was like a bad thing, right? But I have since researched this, not even for this video, but before for clients and things like that, it doesn't necessarily mean there's anything wrong. It can be a symptom of detox. So Dr. Furman has mentioned it in a way that's like the body undergoes a lot of stress when it's losing a bunch of weight. And so after it, so like for 3 or 4 months, you can have like a lot of this stuff happening, like the brittle nails and the hair loss and stuff for a while. And then it should even out after your body has done a lot of the detox and has sort of acclimated to these types of foods, etc. And then it can take another 6 to 9 months to kind of regrow some hair and, you know, get your nails back in order and things like that. So it doesn't necessarily mean that there's anything wrong. So that's something to keep in mind, okay? But as I'm not a doctor, I can't advise you at all on maybe what might be happening for you. So this is definitely something you want to talk to your doctor about if you're having the same problem or if you're concerned about it, that kind of a thing. But don't fault the ETL diet for saying, oh, my nails are brittle now, there must be something wrong with this diet, because it actually can be a symptom showing you that now you're getting back where you're supposed to go and that the nails and the hair will start to kind of come back after a while once you've gotten through this stress of losing all the weight, okay? So just keep these things in mind. This could be how it is for you, but of course I can't advise you, but I'm almost positive when I look back on it now that that's what was happening to me. It was actually just the stress of losing so much weight so quickly, because just having those 2 recipes, I lost 22 pounds in 6 weeks in the first 6 weeks of my journey. So it was definitely powerful and it definitely had big effects right away. And it would take a while for me to kind of even things out, mostly because I was just so up and down in my journey, but that's what happened to me. So, okay guys, that's what I have for these 2 questions. That's all I know. Feel free to research more or ask your doctor if you have any other questions about this. I hope that this was helpful for you. If you guys like these kinds of videos, please comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. Have you ever dealt with these issues? You know, let's have a conversation about this down in the comment section, because we can maybe help each other if we're dealing with any of this kind of stuff, or if you guys have anything more to offer, please do so below. That would be super helpful, okay? So like, comment, subscribe. As I said, hit the bell button to get the notifications for this video. And if you guys are really liking my videos in general, I would so appreciate if you'd check out my Patreon channel, which is the place to be to help support me, to help me make more of these types of videos, okay? You get exclusive content. It's where so many many of you hang out and help me out, and we have little discussions in there. I talk about a lot more sort of in-depth things in there that I'm coming across in my coaching and with my own journey, etc. So make sure you check out Patreon. It's a really cool place to be. Patreon.com/thewateringmouth. Thank you so much for being here. And don't forget to sign up for the cheat sheet, thewateringmouth.com/cheat sheets. Thanks guys, have a great day. See you in the next video. Bye.